Konnichiwa. Welcome to today's assembly. I wanted to just take a moment and thank all of the students and the faculty and staff and the parents who have been so diligent about wearing their masks on campus. Thank you very much. And today, I thought I would talk with Sensei about how social distance welcomes or greetings are done in Japan.
Right. I think in Japan, they naturally greet each other in a socially distant way, usually about like this far apart, and they bow around a 45-degree angle. Now, not always. Sometimes if you're walking by, you might just kind of do a short head bow, but shaking hands is not that common in Japan, and in fact, it's kind of uncomfortable sometimes. A lot of people prefer to bow.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Minasan, ohayou gozaimasu.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Minasan, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
3年生の皆さん、おはようございます。
Buruen Sensei.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Awesome. And would people wear masks in Japan when you lived in Japan?
Yeah, when I lived in Japan, it was around the time of the bird flu. So everyone would wear masks just like we are now because no one knew if they might have the flu. So in order to be courteous, a lot of people would wear masks all the time. And in schools, we were required to wear masks.
That's terrific. Tell us about your mask. I really
Right.
like that.
Well, I think it looks a little strange, but this is a great mask for a language teacher because I want my students to see my mouth and to see how the mouth forms different shapes when I'm speaking in Japanese.
That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. And by the way, I want to thank Miss Kramer who made me this mask. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
What inspired you to be a teacher?
I was inspired to be a teacher actually from my mom. When I was a kid, my mom was a teacher at the school that I went to. So it was pretty fun. I got to go into school with her, and now I get to do that with my own kids. So it's a pretty neat way that it all came back around.
I was inspired to become a teacher because I loved school as a kid. I used to play school with my friends, and I had some great teachers that made me want to also become a teacher.
Do you have a pet?
We have a black lab who is 3 years old named Gus, and he's a crazy dog.
And I have a 6-month-old puppy named Sydney, and she gets into a lot of trouble, but she's a lot of fun too.
What is your favorite subject for school?
My favorite subject in school was definitely reading and writing. And I had fun this summer actually looking through a bunch of the stories that my parents had saved that I had written in like 2nd and 3rd grade.
My favorite subject was reading, of course, and I had a couple favorite books from my childhood. I loved the Boxcar Children and the Little House on the Prairie series.
What do you like to do for fun?
I love to go bike riding for fun. This summer we did a lot of fun bike rides. We did some mountain biking and some biking on the roads, and I just loved getting outside and doing that with my husband and kiddos.
For fun, I love to read, and I love to go hiking with my kids and dog and just be outside in nature.
What is something that you would find surprising about you?
Something surprising maybe about me is growing up and through high school I played a lot of tennis.
Some people know this, but I also speak Spanish, and when I was in college, I studied abroad in Spain, and then last summer in 2019, I took a group of kids to Peru, so I loved speaking Spanish and those different opportunities. Espero que tengas un buen día.
What's one of your favorite parts of your classroom?
One of my favorite parts of my classroom is the reading area, and it has a fun poster that says read, and it's Bucky reading a book with kids.
And my favorite area of my classroom is my reading area as well. I have a really colorful, bright rug that the kids love to sit on and look at books.
Favorite social distant greeting?
Oh, my favorite social distance greeting. I'm going to have to borrow from Miss Schmidt. I saw her the other day doing the shimmy.
And mine I got from Mrs. Schmidt too. Thanks, Mrs. Schmidt. We're doing a lot of elbow bumps in second grade.
Bruin Sensei, konnichiwa.
Larson-san, konnichiwa.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
What made you decide to become a Japanese teacher?
My parents are both teachers, and a lot of my relatives are, so teaching has always been something that's been in my life. As a child, I thought I might be an elementary school teacher, but then I went to Japan and changed my mind, and I said, no, I want to teach Japanese. And as time went on, I did teach elementary school Japanese for a short time, but I really enjoy the middle school and the high school Japanese language teaching.
It's actually really cool. 日本で一番好きな思い出は何ですか? What is your favorite memories about Japan?
Hi. So I actually have two that I could tell you about. The first one was when my first son Drew was born in Japan. That was a really amazing experience. By that time, we had a lot of connections, and I stayed in the hospital for 5 days. That's a typical stay after a baby is born. And during that time, we had so many friends come and visit us, and it was such a beautiful time. So that's my first one. The other one happened when we were living in Japan, and this has to do with my second son, who was a third grader at the time. He was just starting to learn Japanese, and we were sitting around the table. We all liked these mochi ice cream balls that you can buy here in the States too. And I would buy a box of them, and then we would do jankenpon to decide who got to eat the center one, because that was the most desired location or whatever. Anyway, we had just done that, and I took a bite and I said, oishii. And my son said, ne, which I was like, whoa, he's starting to get it. Because that was really more of a colloquial kind of, he understood that that would be an appropriate thing to say after oishii, like, right? Ne, right? So that was really special to me. It kind of was the beginning of his language, acquiring the language. So.
What is some advice that you would give about this upcoming school year?
So desu ne. I really enjoy listening to what my colleagues have said during other virtual assemblies about their advice. And I can't think of anything original to add, but I draw inspiration from them, and knowing that I need to give myself grace and grace to students and my colleagues. We're all getting through this time, right? And it's not always easy. Though I must say, some days I get outside and go for a walk, and I really find that to be helpful. That's about it.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Where did you grow up?
Both of my parents were in the military, so we lived in California, Guam, Idaho, Washington State. Kansas, Indiana, and Washington, D.C., and now here.
Do you have a pet?
Yes, I have a hedgehog named Phyllis. It used to be the first grade pet 2 years ago, but it's become my pet.
Do you have a favorite object in your office?
One of the favorite things in my office is a rock that looks like gold. My daughter Victoria, who's in 6th grade, gave it to me with a card that says she loves me like gold.
What is your favorite childhood book?
Anything by Judy Blume. I loved Super Fun. She was one of my favorites.
What do you like to do for fun?
What do I like to do for fun? I like to read or just relax sitting outside on my hammock.
What was your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject in school was math. I just always enjoyed, actually when I got to algebra, that was my favorite one. I just enjoyed the equations.
What do you like most about your job?
I love meeting with all of the new families, and I get to know all of the kids, the new kids, and all of the returning kids.
Now it's time for birthdays. This week we're going to celebrate 2 weeks of birthdays because next week is our special grandparents and special friends assembly. So birthdays for the next 2 weeks, let's wish Annie, Barrett, Oliver, Lily, Hudson, Fatima, Mila, Connor, Sadie, Aston, Phoebe, Leo, Ellie, Lachlan, Philip, and Madeline a very happy birthday. Have a great birthday.